guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin and it is time for my monthly deck of panning update. This is a project created by Emily and Max. I will leave her video linked if you're interested in learning about the rules of the game, participating, you name it, you can find it there. You may have noticed last month I didn't do one of these. Well, that's because I didn't get to pull any cards. There's 5 different items in the project and I didn't hit my goals. Not for lack of trying, mind you. So there was nothing to update. I just had to keep using the same 5 products and trying to hit the same 5 goals for another month. So we're here now, which means we do get to pull some new cards. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Before we get too far into the video, if you haven't already, I would love it if you would consider subscribing. I upload videos twice a week. It is totally free to subscribe, and I would love to have you back again on the channel for all things makeup. Alright, so let's review. There are a few things that are done. My goals, my card picks, right? I had a prompt that I had pulled in, I guess it would have been April, for an SPF product. So I used the e.l.f. Skin Sun Touchable Whoa Glow Sun Protection and Makeup Primer in shade Sunbeam 10 times. And now I can squeeze this a little at the top. Like, there's still definitely more than half left, but I can see I've made a little bit of a dent in it. I did use the Oden's Eye collab with Angelica, the Trick or Treat palette. I had a seasonal prompt to use something that was seasonal, so I picked this as like a Halloween, you know, seasonal type thing. And I'm wearing it actually right now. This is number 10. I did my makeup with this palette today so that I could get another card because I was that close. 10 uses of that eyeshadow palette. So those are the 2 things I finished. 10 on the palette and the e.l.f. product. Now let's talk about the things that have to stay in for a second or third time, depending on which product it is. So the first one is the Jaclyn Skinny Dip Pressed Bronzer. She's been in for a while. I said I was gonna pan this. Oh my goodness. I dislike how hard it is to open this compact. Here we go. I'm wearing this bronzer today. It's pretty warm toned. I've at this point used this around 100 times since it was new based on my tallies I've been tracking. There they are, the rings, you know, we've been saying for how many months now? I feel like maybe since January or February that I could see the rings peeking through, but no matter what, it just keeps going. I have not hit pan. I've tried to be relentless and just stick with it. I know it's going to happen one of these days, but still no luck. We're going to keep using it till it happens, I guess, even if it's another 100 uses. I did make pretty good progress in the other project that I pulled, the Joker, You've Got to Be Joking, to pan this Little Mary Luminizer highlighter sample from the Balm. And this is kind of what the pan looks like normally on this side. I'm just showing you for reference so that when I show you this side, hopefully you can see there is a little dip down in the corner where we've made a little bit of progress. There's a little dent there. I don't know how much deeper it's going to go before I hit pan, but this one I see significantly with my eye the dip more than the Jaclyn one. So that is exciting even though we haven't hit pan yet. And then the last product here is from Colourpop. It was a pop culture collab was the prompt. So I had to use the Colourpop collaboration with Nightmare Before Christmas. This is the Jelly Much Shadow in shade Shock. It's this bright pink color, and I wanted to use that 10 times. I've only used it 2 times so far. I think it was hard for me to use this and the palette at the same time. That's kind of my fault for putting 2 kind of eyeshadowy, similar vibe category things at the same time. So I still have to use that 8 more times, but hopefully it'll be easier now that that's the only eyeshadow product in my project. And I'm hoping when I pull cards here, I don't add something that's another eyeshadow to like further complicate things. So that's where we're at. So we've got 3 things carrying over, 2 things going out. And we're going to pull 2 cards here today. I've got, of course, my Howl's Moving Castle card deck here that I got in Japan. Love these cards so much. I just love looking at the artwork. That's like part of the joy of this project is just seeing these cards, honestly. So I've got them shuffled. I'm going to pull one out of the middle. Let's see what we've got. We've got the 4 of Diamonds. 4 of Diamonds, and on the game board, the 4 of Diamonds says impulse. Okay, so let me look up what exactly does impulse mean here. Impulse, an impulse or emergency purchase. Okay. I think I know what this one's gonna be. So I impulsively bought this. It isn't even on your radar yet if you watch my low buy series, because I haven't done an update in a while. I need to, and this should be included in that. Bought on an impulse. Here we are. I got the regular good Apple, like in the circular disc foundation. Did not really like it. Still have it. I'll finish it at some point, but did not really care for it. It was a bit too heavy feeling. So I was at my local Beals Bells, however you say it, and I saw the KVD Good Apple Serum Foundation. So like the liquid form, and they had it in shade Light 04. So here's the shade. I feel like that's a pretty close match for me, especially my winter shade. $7.99. I felt like I really wanted to know. I was curious enough for $8 to find out, but it was definitely an impulse buy, something I did not need with the number of foundations I have in my collection. And the seal's still there. I have not opened it at all. So I'm going to say, and that'll give me a good idea of how I feel about it too. I'm going to say I'm going to use the KVD foundation 10 times. And then I can decide what to do with her at that point. If she's going to stay in the rotation, if she's going to go in storage, do we like her more than the other one? Time will tell. We will see. But that's going to be my pick for that one. Okay, one more card. We've got the Seven of Spades. Seven of Spades. Okay, so back to the game board. And the Seven of Spades. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Metallic. Interesting. Okay, so I have to use a product that's metallic. You know what? I'm gonna double dip on this one, because there is a product that I'm supposed to be using up anyway for 25 products to finish in 2025. So I'm going to go ahead and put this Ulta Beauty Matte Metallic Liquid Lipstick. It's this red shade. I'm going to go ahead and put this one. I've already pulled out the stopper, by the way, so we're close on this one. We are close on this one. But I'm going to say 10 times on that. If it has 10 uses left, great. If just like the FX primer, a couple months ago I had the Cover FX one, I might only use it 7 or 8 and then it's gone. So I'll use it either 10 times or until it's gone. So yeah, guys, that's gonna be it. I'm gonna keep trying to pan the bronzer and the highlighter in the next month, get more use out of that Jelly Much shadow. I've got a foundation and a lip as well, so all different categories. Hopefully that makes it a little bit easier for me. I hope you enjoyed this update. If you haven't, I would highly recommend you try this series. It just makes using your collection, I feel, a little bit more fun with the game involved. Thanks so much if you made it all the way to the end, and I hope to see you again on the next one. Bye!